there, I'd like to tell you a quick story, if I may. There was a time not so long ago when your only option for something was to hire a professional for everything. Back in the 80s and 90s, we had to, if you wanted something printed, you had to go to a printer. You had to have a designer do it. There was all kinds of things that professionals had to do because there was no option. There was no other option than hire a pro. And now, there's some pros and cons to that, like depending on your point of view. I'm personally of the feeling of, I kind of miss the days when everybody would hire a professional for literally everything. But that's the business that I'm in. Now, the modern world, they've really kind of allowed us to do a lot of stuff on our own, affordably and easily, all right? We get to really explore as people things that we wouldn't have been able to do years ago, all right? And as a business, it's allowed us to be more creative. We've been able to get out there whether we want to or not and make content, to make things for our business that we need in order to run our business, all right? And that brings me to the subject of this quick story is nowadays we're really surrounded by template software, all right? It is literally everywhere that you go. And I completely get it. I understand Adobe is expensive. I ain't gonna lie, all right? Adobe is expensive. It is also complicated. It is a professional tool for professionals, all right? I have been using Adobe for almost 30 years. I started in the 90s when I went back to school, and I've been using it ever since then. So for me, it is like breathing. I just know how to use it. It's easy for me to use. It really allows me to get in there and create the things that I want to make that are inside of my brain. And if you're a small business owner, you probably have all these great ideas and you can't get them out, so you turn to template software. There's a list for some of them below. We all know who I'm talking about, specifically Canva, and they're fine. I'm not trying to beat them down, all right? As a professional designer, I used to be, when they first hit the market, I was a little threatened by them, as most people are when automation comes along. I kind of saw them as something that would take away from my business, whereas I did not see it as people that can't afford complicated software, that need something quickly and easily, would be a great tool for them. And that's really where it comes in, all right? One of the things about template software that I always want to say to people is you need to hire professionals when professionals are needed, all right? For example, photographers, I think, and because of this, we're talking about this in the review this month, that's kind of in the front of my head. I know a lot of photographers. I follow a lot of photographers on social media. I'm a huge photography buff. But I also admit that I don't need to have them come in every day to shoot stuff for me, because I don't have the time, the money, or the resources for them to shoot something I just designed, or to take a headshot, or whatever. If you're in something where you make something, you don't have time for them to come in and do all the lighting. I would suggest that maybe you save a lot of stuff up and then have them come in for like a couple of hours one day and shoot everything, so that you do have professional looking photos. Because the other side of this too is I had a lot of people that would take really bad photos. They were out of focus. They were unwell lit, which led me to this month's review, but I digress as usual. But template software really allows you to get in there and create something in the moment, because as small businesses, we don't always have time for the timeline that it takes to create something, to find the designer, to give the designer the brief, have them come back to us, get it off to the brief. By that time, the sale's done, all right? And I would love to say, and I'm really good at planning, but as a small business owner, I'm not planning 6-8 months out in advance like some of these bigger guys. Like big business, my husband works in big business. They're already planning 2024 stuff, all right? I'm planning till the end of the month because not only do I have to execute it all, I have to plan it, I have to execute it, I have to create it, like all of that, all right? So small businesses, we're not planning that far out. But do hire a professional when you need to, like I said. But again, these template software really allow you to, okay, I need a quick postcard for an event I'm having. I need a quick something. So I can see the appeal to them. So what I'm saying is, I don't even know what I'm saying, is I see the value in these pieces of software. And what I want you to think about is, yes, they're great tools, but don't let the tool define you.